For all Chelsea supporters tuning into the channel, welcome back to another comprehensive update on everything happening inside Stamford Bridge. As we head into the January transfer window, the Blues are preparing for one of the most decisive periods of the season. Enzo Maresca has already shown he is not afraid to make bold calls, and with the club pushing to strengthen key areas, this coming window could bring major movement both in and out of the squad. Chelsea fans deserve a clear picture of what is happening behind the scenes, and today we break down the 6 players who could be on their way out as the club looks to free up space and raise funds for new arrivals. Chelsea's season so far has been a mixture of promise, resilience, and frustration. Despite dealing with heavy injuries from the very beginning, the Blues managed to find stability and build momentum. The campaign had barely kicked off when Levi Colwill suffered a serious ACL injury in the first week of pre-season, a blow that could have easily derailed the defensive structure. However, Wesley Fofana and Trevoh Chalobah stepped forward impressively, forming a strong partnership that helped Chelsea weather difficult stretches. The attack also faced its share of problems in the opening months. Cole Palmer and Liam Delap both missed a significant portion of the early fixtures, forcing Maresca to improvise in the final third. Chelsea were hit with several red cards as well, including an early dismissal for Moises Caicedo, whose suspension left a noticeable gap in midfield. And yet, in spite of all these setbacks, Chelsea climbed steadily up both the Premier League and Champions League standings, keeping themselves within reach of silverware as they enter the business end of the season. But before Chelsea can push forward with new signings in January, the club must streamline the squad. Maresca has made it clear that unnecessary depth will not help the team, especially when he wants a tight group of committed players who fully understand his system. As many as 6 players could depart over the coming weeks, either permanently or on loan, depending on interest and contract situations. Tosin Adarabioyo is one of the players whose future looks increasingly uncertain. After arriving on a free transfer in 2024, he had an inconsistent start to this campaign. During an important 8-game period, he started 3 matches, and Chelsea conceded 8 of the 9 goals they allowed in that spell with him on the pitch. Costly mistakes in the 2-1 defeat to Sunderland and the 3-0 loss to Leeds United raised questions about his reliability. With more than 2 years left on his contract, Chelsea could decide to sell him now and register pure profit on the books. Benoit Badiashile is another defender who could be on the move. Despite his clear potential and strong performances when fit, including a standout display in the 2-1 victory over Liverpool, injuries have repeatedly halted his progress. Fofana and Chalobah have become Maresca's preferred pairing. Josh Achimpong is earning more minutes, and Colwill will return in the summer. This combination places Badiashile in a vulnerable position going into January. Facundo Buonanotte, brought in on loan from Brighton as emergency cover for Palmer, has barely featured. Maresca preferred using Enzo Fernandez in a more advanced role rather than relying on the Argentine youngster. With no option to buy and limited playing time on the horizon, it makes little sense for either party to continue the arrangement beyond January. Philip Jorgensen is another likely departure. The goalkeeper has struggled for minutes due to Robert Sanchez's resurgence. Aside from one mistake at Old Trafford, Sanchez has been excellent, even pushing for the Golden Glove. Jorgensen, who hopes to secure a place with Denmark for the World Cup playoffs, needs regular minutes, and a loan or sale seems increasingly probable. Axel Disasi's situation is more complicated. Chelsea informed him in the summer that he was free to leave, but no club could finalise a deal. He has since been removed from first-team plans, training separately, and later joining the development squad. While he has shown professionalism and improved behind the scenes, his future almost certainly lies away from Stamford Bridge. Finally, Raheem Sterling faces perhaps the most dramatic situation. Exiled from the senior squad after failing to secure a summer transfer, the 31-year-old winger has 18 months left on his deal but no clear role under Maresca. Unless a club steps forward in January, his situation could become even more complicated in the second half of the season. Chelsea's January window is shaping up to be one of the busiest in years, and clearing out these 6 players could give Maresca the flexibility he needs to bring in new quality and push for trophies in 2026. Today we are diving into one of the biggest emerging stories of the January window, a story that is gaining power, pace, and momentum. Chelsea are now moving closer than any other club to sealing a deal for Bournemouth's explosive forward, Antoine Semenyo. Chelsea's interest in Semenyo has been growing behind the scenes for weeks, but in the last few days the situation has changed dramatically. While Manchester City, Manchester United and Liverpool were all monitoring him and considering their own moves, Chelsea have taken things to another level. The club has already made direct contact with the players' camp, and those conversations have been described as extremely positive. The sense inside the club right now is that Chelsea believe Semenyo is the type of dynamic forward who fits perfectly into the project under Enzo Maresca, and they don't want to wait for the summer. They want him now, they want him quickly, and they want to close the deal before any of the other big clubs ramp up their own efforts. What makes Chelsea stand out right now is not just interest, but action. While other clubs admire him from a distance, Chelsea have moved decisively. Maresca has already made it clear to the board that he needs an attacker who can bring pace, directness, pressing intensity, and the ability to break defensive lines. Semenyo is exactly that kind of player, and the Chelsea recruitment team views him as a rare mix of physicality, work rate, and finishing, qualities that are hard to find at Premier League level without paying massive fees. Bournemouth know they have a valuable asset, but Chelsea's early movement has placed them in the strongest position among all suitors. Sources close to the negotiation have revealed that Chelsea are prepared to work within the structure of Semenyo's release clause, which becomes active in January. This is a major advantage because most of the other clubs are still deliberating about the timing of their offer. Chelsea, on the other hand, have already shown willingness to act immediately once the clause opens. This readiness has impressed Semenyo's representatives, who are attracted by the idea of the Ghanaian forward becoming a key figure in a major rebuild project rather than joining a team where he would be just another addition. Another factor pushing Semenyo closer to Chelsea is the clear sporting project being presented to him. Chelsea are offering not only Premier League football, but a defined role, guaranteed development focus, and the opportunity to compete for significant minutes. The club is positioning him as a player who can form a new, fast, modern attacking line alongside Cole Palmer. For Semenyo, this is more than just a move. It is a chance to elevate his career, grow under a coach who values his profile, and play in a team that is being built around youthful, hungry talent. The financial aspect of the deal also favours Chelsea. They are operating efficiently, planning carefully, and ready to present a structured offer that matches Bournemouth's expectations. While City and Liverpool have other priority targets, Chelsea are focusing their energy and pushing heavily for Semenyo as a top January target. The Blues want this signing, and they are treating it as an opportunity to strike early in a market where many clubs prefer to wait until the summer. Right now, everything points to Chelsea being the closest club to sealing this transfer. The urgency from the Chelsea board, the desire of the coaching staff, the positive signals from the players' camp, and the readiness to activate the release clause have put the London club in the strongest position. Negotiations are moving, the momentum is real, and the feeling around the deal is that Chelsea are preparing to beat every other interested club to the signature of Antoine Semenyo. So Chelsea fans, stay tuned, because this story is developing fast, and all signs show that the Blues are pushing hard to secure one of the Premier League's most explosive talents. As always, we'll keep you updated here on The Chelsea Show with every twist and turn as the transfer window gets closer.